What's happening, everyone? Check it out. So some of you saw this in one of my videos yesterday, and we've been going through this whole series over the past few months and trying to get really short barrels for subsonic velocities. And I've tried all the way down to a 3-inch micro barrel and still couldn't get subsonic. So I just decided to buy subsonic ammo. And in the long scheme of things, it was so I can run a suppressor. I just purchased a suppressor not too long ago. It's still in jail down the road, unfortunately, at the local gun shop. And once the ATF releases it, all the paperwork and all that, I can go pick it up. I bought a Silencer Co. Omega 36M, and it's got an ASR setting. So we're not going to talk ASR right now because everyone has their opinions about it. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to leave it at that. So I bought a bunch of brakes and flash hiders like this and this that are different thread pitches for different barrels I have, because the Omega 36 is rated for anything from 5.56, 9mm, all your pistol cartridges up to a 36 cal. I mean, the thing's rated for full auto fire, or even 308 and 338 Lapua Magnum, 300 Win Mag. It's a really sick suppressor. Check it out. Anywho, I should be able to pick that up in the next week or two, but I swapped this 3-inch barrel out yesterday for a 4-inch barrel, if some of you saw in my last video about it, and it doesn't quite clear that handguard. The ratcheting style of the ASR, the suppressor comes down to about right here, flush with that, and it has a locking ring and all that, and this just wouldn't quite allow it. And it's just, the handguard's short enough. I didn't want to cut any handguards like I did with this build. Now, I really love this one. It's using the Colt SMG mags. Those are some 147 lead nose 9mm. And those are also 147s. So it's Glock mags for my BCA there. These are both bastard builds. They're just a bunch of random parts all thrown together. But anyways, I digress. If you look at my PSA setup here, this is a PSA upper I put together. That's running the 3-inch micro barrel. It's having the same issue. So long story short, because this handguard's already way shorter, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this barrel, swap it out, throw it back in here in the original upper it came out of, and then I'm going to take the factory 5-inch barrel from BCA and throw it back in the BCA upper. I'm gonna have to do some work on this. I've had a few jams with this barrel just because of the way the taper's cut and all that, so I'm gonna smooth that out, open it up just a bit so it's got more reliable feeding. And another thing with the BCA barrel that I didn't like is it's threaded in 1/2 by 36, so I did have to order another flash hider. That's one thing I didn't really want to have to do, and I was hoping I didn't have to swap barrels, but here we are, whatever. So because of YouTube and their guidelines, I'm not 100% sure if anything has changed yet, but I'm not going to show you the process of ripping this thing apart. I've shown it before in some other videos. If they haven't taken them down, go check them out. But with 9mm, it's super easy. These things, torque them down to 30 foot-pounds. You really don't need any more than that. 9mm is such a low pressure round. In this case, I'm going to go lock this in my vise. I've got a block over there. I'm going to lock this in there, throw my wrench on there, take it off, swap barrels, and the whole shebang go back together. And I'm going to show you the outcome of each individual one. So moving on, let's swap that other barrel back into this PSA upper. All right, got the barrel out. Now you can see I'm taking that 3-inch out, putting the 4-inch in. Now this one's going to be a little different. I milled this barrel, I modified it slightly so it fed those Colt mags a little bit better. It seemed to work great, and I'm going to do a little bit of that to this barrel just so I could feed the Colt mags with subsonic or flat nose ammo a little bit better. And once I clean that up just a little bit, just polish that out, I'm going to swap this barrel in and you'll see what it looks like. All right, finished product. There's the 3-inch barrel. There's the BCA in its whole entirety with the 1/2 by 36 barrel. And there's my PSA build. And I've already went ahead and torqued down the muzzle brake. Or sorry, I keep saying muzzle brake. It's a flash hider. These flash hiders are multi-cal rated, so as you can see, it'll definitely clear 9mm. It's torqued down. We're good to go there. And now we're set up for suppressive, baby. Thanks for watching.